Right. Hello, everyone. Please forgive my voice. I have recovering from a small cold. Thank you so much for joining us this lovely Tuesday morning for those on the East Coast and in the US, and afternoon for everyone else. Um, it is wonderful to have you all here. Um, so my name is Priya Iyer. I am the president of KARYA Technology US, the creators of KDAPT, which you are here to see today. And I just wanted to quickly introduce myself and the team who's going to be walking you through the product, and kind of MC this whole wonderful production. So a quick background on KDAPT. My team is very knowledgeable. They'll be walking you through what and how the product functions and what it does. But how it was created was a very interesting thing. The KARYA team has worked with Microsoft ERPs and various ERP systems over the years. Sorry, let me turn on my camera. Various ERP systems over the years. And as AI became a much more integral part of the business world, we thought of how we can help customers enhance their data and their reports, to provide an additional value to them beyond just the ERP business solutions. So, with some of our own subject matter experts, we created the product KDAPT, the KARYA Data Analytic Predictive Tool or technology. And we created this tool that is designed to help our customers and companies not only view their data and gain better insights, but enhance the various reports they already have and really understand what their company has been doing in their data. So that's how KARYA created KDAPT and why we created KDAPT. So I have two of my colleagues here, Niveta and Janani, are going to be walking you through both the presentation of KDAPT, what it does, what KDAPT does, as well as a demo of actually seeing the product. Please use the chat or the QA to ask any questions during. We will be stopping periodically to check on questions. If we're not able to get to your question before the end, which we will have a Q&A section, we will follow up with you. If you put your questions in the Q&A section of the chat, we will come and follow up with you. Any request for a custom demo or a conversation about a proof of concept within your own company, we are happy to talk about after presentation is done. So Niveta, please take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Priya. Hi, everyone. This is Niveta from KARYA Technologies. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. I know we are spread across different time zones, so whether you're just grabbed your morning coffee or you're winding down the day, I'm really glad you're here. So let's get into topic very quickly. So we all know that most organizations today rely on multiple ERP and CRM systems, and sometimes even Excel to manage their business data, right? So while these tools help in storing and processing information, extracting meaningful insights often requires additional effort and separate business intelligence platforms. So now imagine if your BI tool could not only visualize and analyze your data, but also answer your business questions in real time and seamlessly connecting to your ERP and other structured data sources as well. That's exactly what KDAPT, our flagship AI-powered BI solution, is designed to do. KDAPT stands for KARYA's Data Analytics and Prediction Technology, like my colleague mentioned, and it brings together the power of AI, BI, and predictive analytics to make enterprise insights faster, smarter, and more accessible. And in today's session, you'll learn how KDAPT help business like yours become future ready by optimizing ERP and structured data. So let's talk about Gen BI challenge. When I say Gen BI, I'm referring to the current generation of business intelligence tools, the ones most of us rely on today. But even with all of the powerful dashboards and visualization, real world challenges still exist. And those are number one, requiring specialized skill. So most of the BI tools need technical expertise like knowing SQL, data modeling, report design, and etc. So even simple questions like what were our top 5 products last quarter require the support of IT. And even small changes like a new column, a filter, or metric requires the help of IT or BI team. So this causes delays, frustration, and outdated insights. And then comes the fragmented data, ERP, CRM, and then the 10 Excel files living on everyone's desktop. That's not even on cloud. So without a unified view, teams spend more time on debating the data rather than acting on it. And then the next one is static dashboard. Sometimes they are not conversational in real time, and others have scalability issue. So as data grows, some BI tools tend to slow down, turning it into another IT project instead. So this is where organizations find themselves today. They have powerful BI tools which are complex to use, slow to respond, and disconnected from how people actually want to interact with their data. And this right here is exactly the gap that KDAPT was designed to fill. KDAPT is all about making AI work for people, giving every team the power to ask questions, explore data, and get answers right away and instantly from their enterprise system. So let's see what the global number research study says regarding why does 80% of in-house AI projects fail and why they should point to vendor-based solution. So 95% of AI pilots show little to no business impact like profitability. 93% of employees are unaware, untrained, or hesitant to use AI tools. 80% of projects fail before delivering measurable results because most of the effort goes into cleaning and fixing data. 60% of companies say AI adoption fails and stalls due to data silos and poor governance. So, from the data, we can see that the message is clear here. The biggest challenges aren't with the AI technology itself, they are about data quality, alignment with business goals, and adoption. And how is GetUp different from that? Because it gives your data a voice. You can talk to your data by just asking simple questions. We'll see how in the upcoming slide. And just to add a note, GetUp makes life easier for everyday users because it simplifies how teams interact with data by using AI, and it removes the complexity and it helps organization turn technology into real measurable business value. So, what is KDAPT? It's our AI powered business intelligence platform, like I mentioned, that's designed to solve all of those bottlenecks of AI and business intelligence tool. So, with KDAPT, you don't need coding skills or any specialized BI knowledge. You can just talk to your data. That's how simple it is. How does it work? For example, let's say your organization uses Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM. So, we integrate the structured CRM data directly with KDAPT. And then you can simply type a question in KDAPT like, what were the sales in Canada for Q1 2025? And KDAPT instantly analyzes your integrated CRM data and provides the answer. So strictly from your own data. And the result is presented as text. And with a single click, you can switch to either chart or dashboard for any clear visual insights that you might need. And you can even save or pin those dashboard for future reference and track trends and patterns over time. So yeah, you get real time answers, which saves you a lot of time compared to digging through your data for answers manually in your data systems. So let me show you a quick clip of KDAPT. So this is what the KDAPT interface looks like. In the search bar, the user simply types a question. Let me play this. Which item takes the longest time in production? So after clicking enter and KDAPT responds that it takes 4 days along with the list of the specific item. So it's really that simple, just like having a conversation with your data. Okay, so this is the behind the scenes of KDAPT. KDAPT has 4 key architecture layers, each playing an important role. The first one is the data layer. This is where the data lives. This is the foundation. It connects KDAPT to your organization's private data systems, for example, ERP, CRM, and even Excel. So ensuring everything stays secure and centralized. Second one is the semantic layer. Uh, this is the layer that can be said as understanding your questions. This is the brain of KDAPT. It translates your plain English question or any native language question into queries the system understand. So there is no need for coding or BI expertise that you need to learn. KDAPT does the heavy lifting for you. And the third one is the agentic layer. Here's where AI engines like OpenAI and Google Gemini come into play. So once your question is processed, this layer pulls the relevant data, analyzes it smartly, and then prepares a clear and meaningful response. And then fourth one is the representation layer. This is the user interface, what you see on the screen of KDAPT. So you get to see clear answers in text, insightful charts or graph, like I mentioned, with the click of the button, and then dashboards, all live and in real time from your data. And the next part is KDAPT connects seamlessly to multiple data sources like Microsoft SQL Server, Snowflake, Postgres, MySQL, and even any external data feeds. And thanks to the modular architecture of KDAPT, it supports all of the business domain, like you see on the left side of the slide: finance, sales, procurement, inventory, HR. So this makes KDAPT a truly enterprise-wide BI solution that can be used by everyone. So why KDAPT? Why should you use KDAPT? The features of KDAPT is, the first one is conversational BI. So instead of building reports or writing queries, you just ask your data a question and KDAPT gives you the answer instantly. It's that simple. And then text to SQL engine. So even if you don't know SQL, no problem. You just type the question in native language, for example, English, and you get the answer. And you don't need any technical skills. Anyone can explore the data, visualize trends, and get insights. It's built for everyone and not just for analysts who use the business intelligence tool. And the business intelligence aspect of KDAPT helps as well, because sometimes looking at a chart or dashboard is easier to understand the situation more than just seeing the data. So this is one of the feature of KDAPT. And then data integration. It connects everything: ERP, CRM, Excel, and it gives you one clean unified view of your business data. And next one is role-based access, RBAC. So you have the ability to restrict the access to data based on the department and job roles, because you don't want to see someone in development to have access to the financial data, right? And the last one is prediction. It's an upcoming feature. So KDAPT adds a layer of foresight where it will help you spot trends early and prepare for what's likely to come next. So KDAPT is not about replacing any human judgment, but making smarter data-backed decision before the curve. So in the earlier slide, I spoke about why most AI projects fail. It has no clear goals, poor data governance, and low adoption. So KDAPT was designed to solve this problem one by one. Uh, let's see what the first one is. Goal driven. It starts with clear goals. Every KDAPT project is tied to a real business outcomes like measurable KPIs and not just experiments. And instead of scattered system and spreadsheet, KDAPT connects everything in one place, whatever you use. So everyone finally works on the same version of the truth. And it's built around the user experience. The interface is very simple, easy to explain, and also easy to understand. And because of its cloud native, scaling is effortless with KDAPT. Whether you're starting very small or running an enterprise wide operation, KDAPT can be scaled easily. And the tailored intelligence of KDAPT helps understand industry context like manufacturing, retail, services, and KDAPT delivers insights that actually match how your business operates. And the last one is adoption focused. So when I say adoption focused, I mean people will not struggle to learn KDAPT because it's very simple. You type in a question, you ask your data a question that you want to know answer, and then it gives you the answer. So in short, KDAPT makes AI, BI work the way they should have from the start: goal focused, connected, scalable, and easily usable for everyone. So this is some real world example, like the everyday question that leaders ask across your company on a daily basis. So for example, let's take a finance head. So he wants to know what's our Q2 spend versus budget. And with traditional tools, you'd wait days for a report from IT or dig through spreadsheet. But with KDAPT, you just ask a question and within seconds you see the answer in text or chart and dashboard all live from the connected data. And then next one, a supply chain lead might want to know which items are likely to stock out next month. So instead of relying on outdated stock reports, what a user using KDAPT will get. So KDAPT analyzes the inventory and current orders to flag which SKUs are at risk and when. So by using KDAPT, you can take action like notifying suppliers or adjusting your orders. And if you're in the procurement team, for example, you need visibility on which vendors are delaying deliveries, and KDAPT gives you the answer right away from the connected data in seconds. So being able to get answer to a specific question from your data in real time perfectly sums up the core advantage of KDAPT. So you can think of it as the essence of what KDAPT does differently compared to the other AI solution. Okay, that wraps up my presentation. Thank you. I hope my presentation gave you a clear idea of what KDAPT and how it works.
Thanks, Nivetha. That was wonderful. We will stop for a quick second and see, are there any questions at this moment? Please either raise your hand or put them into the Q&A section. All right. I'm going to pass this off next to my other colleague, Janani, who's going to take us through an actual demo of KDAPT.
Hi, let's have a quick glimpse at what KDAPT looks like. To start with, every user has a unique user ID and password for privacy and security purposes. This is how the homepage looks like. It is clean with a user-friendly interface. Here comes the dashboard where you can pin all the critical answers visual representation in the form of a bar graph, a pie chart, or a multi-line chart. If your query involves data that can be visualized, clicking on the chart icon will generate an insightful interactive chart. So as mentioned earlier, if you want, you can pin this chart to the dashboard and thereby can view it whenever you wanted without executing the query again and again. If the data isn't suited for the visual representation, KDAPT will let you know. No unnecessary clutter. Next is the thread. This is where your conversation begins with KDAPT. Whatever questions you ask will be saved to the thread section and you can access it without rerunning the query. KDAPT gives you a set of predetermined questions that can be used to get answers from your existing data. The Analytics tab helps the analyst to get a deeper insight of what the data says. The Data tab is where anyone can get insights just like analysts. The modeling is where your database is stored in the form of tables that KDAPT can use to give you the answers. The Knowledge tab is where you can view all the SQL queries that are used to communicate between you and your data. There are several features of KDAPT that would be showcased in this demo to make you understand how KDAPT can be a translator while talking to your data. Let's have a look of how KDAPT's most interesting feature of conversational analytics help you to talk with your data. Conversational analytics in business intelligence is an approach that uses natural language processing and generative AI to allow users to interact with their data by asking questions in plain and spoken language instead of using technical tools, code, or complex interfaces. It essentially turns your data into dashboard through a chat interface. Let me ask a quick question to KDAPT to show you how plain English questions can give you complex answers. Show the vendor aging report for the year 2023. KDAPT instantly connects to the database, identifies the related model, organizes its thoughts according to the question, generates an SQL statement to fetch the fullest dataset. What you see here is a clean, organized view of all the account payables with all the essential attributes laid out, ready for your analysis and action. You can save this result to the knowledge for future use by clicking on Save to Knowledge option. You have a few recommended questions that are auto-generated by the system to help you get a complete knowledge on what your data is. Traditional BI often causes users to struggle with complex queries, inconsistent data setups, and isolated dashboards. with KDAPT's semantic layer, your data isn't just numbers. It's meaningfully organized, accurate, and ready to run your business in a more efficient way. This ensures that every report and dashboard communicates the same message across finance, sales, procurement, operations, and all the other departments. Now we will be exploring how business intelligence and reporting powered by a semantic layer is transforming the way organizations understand their data. Suppose we want to understand the vendor outstanding trends that has changed from 2012 and 2013. Instead of navigating through the menace of your database, you can simply ask KDAPT and it delivers within seconds. You know the vendor aging classification, which can be critical for the financial planning and terms and compliances. Now, let's keep building on that. What if you want to analyze the items sold the most in the year 2021 as compared to the other items of the product? Give the details of item, description, year of sales, quantities sold, and value. KDAPT analyzes the sales line table and the vendor growth table from the database and generates an SQL statement. Look, KDAPT was able to figure out that the data that you have asked for is not available in the database for it to analyze. Thus, KDAPT is simple, clear, and straight. Now, we shall add some more filter layers to the question. Let's ask KDAPT to give the trend of sales orders between 2011 and 2015 broken down by document statuses. Display the year, sales order count, and the document statuses too. KDAPT recognizes the filter for the year, the sales orders, and the document statuses. You can see how KDAPT can process multi-layered condition querying effortlessly and still return clear results. And that's the power of KDAPT's semantic layer, a solid foundation for consistent, accurate, and actionable business intelligence. We are now showcasing our most powerful feature, which makes a common man work like a profession, the text to SQL feature. Imagine asking complex questions in plain English and instantly receiving accurate SQL queries to unlock your insights. No coding, no hassle, just faster, smarter access to your data. Let's see how it works. What's the trend of vendor US 102's aging between different months? Let's compare between December 2012 versus June 2013. KDAPT instantly generates a clear, readable answer analyzing the tables in your database. And in this instance, it's going to be the vendor aging table. That's going to be month-wise, understanding, and total outstanding. Thus giving you the answer along with a detailed table containing the relevant data for the entire vendor group too. For those who need more technical assistance, you can click on the View SQL tab. KDAPT automatically translates your natural language question into corresponding SQL queries, giving you the full transparency into how the answers were generated. This is the powerful combination of plain language and underlying SQL customizations that makes KDAPT incredibly flexible. The Adjust SQL feature provides even more control, enabling you to easily add or remove columns to refine the query and obtain precisely the information that you wanted. That's the power of KDAPT's text to SQL feature, transforming everyday question into precise SQL queries and actionable insights instantly. Whether you are a business user or a data expert, KDAPT bridges the gap between what you ask and what the answer you needed. The next feature that we are going to see is going to be how KDAPT makes you question both your ERP system and your CRM or any other tool to track various aspects of your business. When the data in these systems remains separate, you only get bits and pieces of information and not the big picture. Now imagine bringing them in one tool, working in the same view, side by side, like a big collaboration. That's what KDAPT's data integration does. It collects multiple environments of structured data into one single place, giving you a complete story without any hassle. Let me show you a quick example by asking KDAPT to list the sales orders for the year 2013 with customers more than 2 orders. Instantly, KDAPT goes to the Microsoft Dynamics AX database, analyzes the sales table, the customer table, and the sales line table with the filter for the year and the number of sales orders. It organizes its thoughts and writes an SQL statement to deliver a crisp table showing sales IDs, customer account details, delivery dates, and whatnot. Now similarly, let's ask a question to KDAPT to show the trend in new leads and opportunities over the past 6 months. KDAPT grasps that it should search the data from the Microsoft Dynamics CRM database to retrieve the answers. It searches the results in the lead and opportunity table of the CRM database and applies the filter for the last 6 months. The answer appears immediately with all the details date-wise. Wow, isn't it amazing? Instead of working in silos, KDAPT integrates AX and CRM in a single unified view. Sales orders and opportunities come together seamlessly, giving you the full story without juggling between the systems. Next, we will be exploring the usability of KDAPT, the key feature that turns complex data into actionable insights effortlessly. With KDAPT, usability is not just about aesthetics. It's about making data accessible for everyone. From management till team members, everyone can access every inch of data without any technical skills. You can interact and create reports just in a few clicks. Imagine asking questions about revenues and expenditures and instantly receiving answers that are clear, visual, and actionable. Let me show you quickly how KDAPT's usability is. Now let's start by asking a simple question. Give the vendor payments versus outstanding details for the vendor account JP001. KDAPT immediately connects to the database and delivers precise results instantly. Here we have the total payments, the outstanding, and the payment ratio in percentage, all organized for quick analysis. What if we wanted to ask a multi-layered questions to KDAPT? Display the total revenue and the total expenses for each year along with the activity variance column. KDAPT instantly analyzes the data tables in the database and displays the responses in a clear, easy-to-read format. You can see the summary of the output for quick insights or use the table below for detailed analysis. KDAPT not only gives you the visible answers but also analyzes the revenue and the expenditure trend year-wise. What might take you hours of technical effort in traditional systems, KDAPT makes it available in seconds, easy for analysts and just usable as everyday business users. And that's the power of KDAPT's usability. Whether it's a simple question or a complex request, the answers are always clear, accessible, and ready for action. In today's data-driven world, there is always one question that matters to everyone. Is my data secure? At KDAPT, the answer is straightforward, yes and always. Your insights are only as valuable as they are being protected. That's why we have integrated enterprise-grade security into the core of our platform. We will be exploring the core of this protection, the role-based access control. This feature of KDAPT guarantees that the right person has access to the right insights, nothing more or nothing less. Let's see how KDAPT provides total control and peace of mind. Now I will be showing you how KDAPT's role-based access control demonstrates this principle in action. First, we will sign in as Aravind. Aravind's role in the organization requires minimal interaction with the data. Notice that after signing in, Aravind's navigation is deliberately limited. He only sees all the basic level access, that is the data tab. This ensures he has specific information needed for his job, nothing more, nothing less, effectively reducing the risk of accidental exposure or non-compliances. This exemplifies security through governance. Now let's focus on Vignesh. Vignesh's role is data scientist, which requires full access to the analytics and modeling tool. When he signs in, Vignesh receives a much higher level of access. His dashboard includes 4 tabs, namely Data, Analytics, Modeling, and Knowledge. This clear distinction isn't just about features, it's about smart confidentiality. Vignesh has the specialized tools to perform advanced analysis, while Aravind's access is limited to maintain the data integrity and security of the system. KDAPT ensures that access is precisely matched with the responsibility, making your entire enterprise more secure and more auditable. That's how role-based access control function within KDAPT, giving you full control over your data flow and access. Additionally, there are security features like single sign-in, multi-factor authentication, which makes KDAPT a foolproof system. With KDAPT, you're not just gaining faster insights, but you are also gaining peace of mind knowing that your sensitive financial, customer records, and operational data are secure, compliant, and audit-ready. Hope this demo gave you a brief insight of what KDAPT can do. To summarize the benefits of KDAPT, we can say that it democratizes the data access, accelerates time to insights, enhances productivity, supports multi-turn exploration, and increases business intelligence tool adoption. This is how KDAPT is redefining business intelligence for modern enterprise world. Whether you are an analyst or someone who need quick answers, KDAPT makes insights effortless. Manage your data, shape your future, connect with KDAPT today. So far, we have explored all the available features of KDAPT. Now, let's have a look at what is available for our customers in the pipeline. It's the prediction. You can ask predictive questions to KDAPT and it will quickly analyze the data available in your database and give you answers. It uses Sarimax, LSTM, Profit, XGBoost, and moving average models for logics to derive the answers for your business predictions. This feature allows you to understand the future trends of the business based on the available timestamped data. The next feature is analyzing your unstructured data. KDAPT initially ingests your data and prepares its analysis, does the core text analysis, and gives you the insights on your data, just like how it does for the structured data as well. In between, you need personalized insights on KDAPT. Do mail us on info@kdapt.com or visit www.kdapt.com to book your appointments.
Wow, okay, that was really cool. I hope that demo allowed you to see a little bit of what KDAPT can do. We are actually happy to sit down with you at your convenience to walk you through a more customized demo based on your own data or even areas of business that you are interested in. We have a couple of questions that have come up, one of which was, does KDAPT support any data, structured or unstructured? And the answer was put in there by one of our SMEs. Yes, KDAPT does support both structured and unstructured data. And another question that has come up was, how does KDAPT work on the user count, i.e. On licenses? Can we have one of our SMEs answer that question? Purushothaman, can you?
Yeah, KDAPT is not based on the user count. So we are going to work on the model for each modules. Say, for example, for sales, for finance, for purchase. So for each user, we don't need to purchase a separate license. It based on the module licensing cost.
Excellent. We have another question here. What level of security is adopted in KDAPT?
So we have both RBAC as well as the row level security in KDAPT.
Excellent. All right. And then we have one, how does KDAPT integrate with D365 FNSCM? Is it via dual writing or any other mechanism?
So mostly it is likely to have read only. So we are going to extract or we are going to directly deploy the KDAPT application in the source data with read access. So we are not going to have any read write in the source database.
All right. I hope that answers your question. Fahim, is there any other questions? Please feel free to raise your hand to ask it. Oh, that was me, sorry. To ask any question you might have. Or if you're more of a chat person, you may add it in the chat. Oh, sorry. He seems to have missed your answer on integration with D365. Purushothaman?
Yes, so we can extract the data. We have the mechanism to extract the data from the source system, or we can directly deploy the KDAPT application to the source with the source system. So we are not going to write anything into the source system. We are going to just read the data. So required tables will be filtered, and we can create a model in the KDAPT application. So that's how it works. We are not going to modify any data in the source system.
One of the things I think you'll have noticed is we don't really talk about D365 or SAP or any particular ERP because this works with all structured and unstructured, or all structured data. So we really can put this over most ERP systems, if not all. I hope that helps. Any other questions? Please. You're happy to answer. One of the things that I wanted to bring up here is a lot of people talk about reporting. This system not only enhances the reports, you still get your own data reports, but this enhances the data that you're able to use. It not only allows you to see the static data that comes from reports, but then allows you to ask additional questions and get even further insights that you might not have thought of while requesting that report. Questions? All right, we'll give them one more minute for any other additional questions. And then I also wanted to talk a little bit about proof of concept. So we are happy to work with any company to install and work with them with their own data and create a proof of concept for them to be able to see how KDAPT will interact with their own systems. If this is something you're very interested in, please be happy to reach out to us at info@kdapt.com or at KARYA Technologies. We are very happy to sit down and work with you. Looks like we got one more question. Can KDAPT support multiple databases, i.e. one database on D365 F&O and one on CRM?
Yes, we can support multiple databases. So we can create a separate model for finance, for separate model for CRM. We can have multiple databases connected to the KDAPT application.
Awesome. All right. I wanted to thank everyone who was able to join us. If there are any questions you've thought about the webinar and you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to answer them. And if you would like to see a demo again, please again feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much for your time this Tuesday morning, and have a wonderful day.